if you clicked on this video just to see the world record, I'll have a timestamp down below in the description for you to just jump straight to that. But before we hop into the world record, I just wanted to give some tips and tricks on how I got the world record on this track 2 on the official Nadeo rally campaign. There's just a few things. This is a short track. I love grinding short tracks. They really pull me in. I just can't get up. But anyways, I digress. It's a short track, but there are a few tricks to it, especially if you're trying to go for top 5 or beat me and take the world record. You know, come on, bring it on. Tip 1 is going to be this start. If you can see right here on the white part of this right turn and left turn coming up, it goes up a little bit. When you drive over it, you're going to slow down because you're going to get like a tiny bit of air time. It's still faster to go over it like this, but you can minimize the air time and the sliding afterwards by letting go of right or left, whichever you're holding, to let the stick or whichever device you're using, wheel, flight stick, go back to neutral. Right when you go over this little like up part like that. Obviously, you don't want to hit the grass. So I'll try to do it here so you can see my inputs in the top right corner for real. So what I'm doing here, by the way, is just holding right at the start, holding accelerate obviously, and then I'm going into action key 2, which limits my steering to 40%. And I do that just for this start because it just makes it a lot more easy and a lot more consistent. So I have this set up where I'm holding right, and then after a certain amount of time I hit action key 2, and then I will let go of right when I go over this first little bump, and let go of left when I go over the second little bump, and then hit left again because you have to line up the angle for the next turn. So let me give it a shot. See, and there you go. I was the same speed. You can actually do this well enough to get faster than my PB start, so there is 1,000% room for improvement in this world record. But that is going to give you a lot more speed as opposed to not doing what I just said. So let's try to not do what I just said. We gotta get a good one. My muscle memory is so used to doing it, I can almost not help myself but do it. Okay. Did you 1 full kilometer per hour slower? Like when I found this out, that's when I started to grind for the world record because I was like, I know I have this. Anyway, so to recap on this tip, and to recap on my setup for the start, is I use action key 2 for this. You don't have to. You can definitely do it without any action keys. But I hold right at the start, action key 2 after a short period of time, and then I release right when I go over this first bump, and then when I turn left over the second bump, I release left right as I go over the little hump. So let me get another attempt in here for you all. See, there we go. I was even faster. All right. So that's tip 1, this little turn here. You got to release on that section. Going into tip 2 is lining up this next turn. So after you go over here, I don't care if I do it right, but you want to line up this next turn as soon as possible so you don't have to steer. Like I want to just like hands off all the way until that turn. But what I want to do is I want to hit it in like a very specific way. So I want to be like about here. I'm going to slow down just to show the angle. So seems like a pretty good angle right here because you want to get as close to this grass as you can right here when it starts to turn up the hill. And right here, for my record, I switch back to action key 3 and I do action key 3 for the rest of the track. So in action key 3, it's like almost a full hold here, maybe like 50%, 47 going up to 55% maybe for this turn. And you want to keep as close as you can to the grass. If you see here, I can actually drive on the grass a little bit if I can show you. If you see here, I can actually drive on the grass without changing over to red, which will be meaning that I'm getting the slowdown from the grass section. But as you can see here, there's a time where it's still blue, which for my skid marks indicate that it's on dirt, before it switches over to red. So you really want to cut that turn as close as possible. So as you approach this turn, when you're doing this left, you see how the outside starts to slope away. That's why you want to stay so close to the grass and even partially on the grass with your wheels, so you can get this part here that is sloped down, and you'll actually have more speed coming out of here and into the final turn. Speaking of the final turn, this one is the real run killer for me, at least. It's a similar turn to the previous one where you want to keep the inside, um, but you are going way faster now comparatively, and so it is a lot harder. So let's just get back there real quick. Keep this tight like that. Obviously not going full speed here, but what you want to do is you want to line it up from the last jump so that if you need to make any small adjustments, go ahead, but you want to make very small movements with the rally car. You want to get out here and just touch this white line on the right here. Maybe go a little bit into it to set up wide, to come into this last turn. But you don't want to go like crazy wide because there's not any room to make that time back up, and so it really is like a fine line that you want to walk here. What you want to do coming up here is you want to go inside left again, and then at the top or right before the top of this dirt hill, you're going to want to release, let the stick go back to neutral, and then very slightly left again, just to line yourself back up with the jump. So you're coming up here, let it go neutral, left again, line yourself up with the jump. And that's it, pretty much. If you enjoyed this explanation and the tips for this Track 2 rally car campaign, let me know. This is the first time I'm really making an actual YouTube video. I don't know if I will keep doing it. Maybe I will if people enjoy it. We'll see. But thank you for watching. Yeah, hope to see you next time. Have a good one. Bye.